Well, hello from Southern Ontario, November 18th. I saw a thing on Facebook today. It was an open parliamentary session. They were in Parliament on Capitol Hill. Pierre Poilievre is trying to get some answers out of Freeland, who's our Minister of Finance for the Trudeau government. She was laughing in his face. Watch it. It'll bring your blood to boil. Now, you may not like Pierre Poilievre and you might not like the Progressive Conservatives. However, the way our government has always worked is the opposition is there to question the government in power, be they minority or majority. And then the whole House is supposed to vote on a bill that's brought forth, be it brought by the ruling party or by one of the opposition parties. Have we had a vote in the last 6 or 8 months in Parliament on any bills? No. Watch Pierre Poilievre going at Freeland. His question is there a ceiling on the deficit that the Trudeau government is willing to run to? She laughs in his face. It's the most sickening thing I've ever seen. It's the epitome of what's been going on in Canadian Parliament. The Trudeau government has answered and will not answer to anything. Please, people, you gotta watch a parliamentary session once in a while. Wake up. The Trudeau government, and when I say the Trudeau government, it's not the Liberal Party of Canada. It's operating as a dictatorship. They answer to nothing. They do what they want. And if you're going to sit back and ignore it and remain apathetic, denial is no refuge. Ignorance, no sanctuary. We've got to arise before we come to civil war. Trudeau would love civil war. He's made the COVID work for him. Oh, people are going to argue all of that. We're not acting as a democracy. Again, you may not like Poilievre, you might not like the PC party, but that's his job. He's the finance critic for the PC party. That's why we pay him, what, $400K a year or something. Time you factor in all his expense accounts and everything. That's how our government has always ran, always. And it's not operating like that. It's not running like that. When the finance critic asks the finance minister in open parliament for an answer and gets laughed at, you tell me that's a democracy? Oh, it is certainly not. Have they answered to anything? I could go on ad infinitum ad nauseum as to the wee scandal, blah, blah, blah. It's endless. They answer to nothing, be it video or in real parliament. Doesn't matter who it is, the Liberal government, they answer to nothing. But watch that video. Michelle Rempel has reposted it. I imagine Poilievre will. I don't know. If I was Pierre Poilievre, you see the man, he's losing his sense of humor. He used to have a nice dry wit and a kind of, humorous commentary. Watch him now. I don't know how he keeps his cool. He's a better man than I am, because I'll tell you, if I was him today, I would have stood up at one point and said, well, Mr. Chair, after what I say next, I'll just excuse myself. You won't have to tell me to leave. I'd look across the floor at her and I'd say, you smirking stupid bitch. There's nothing more I'd like to do than come over and slap your face. Now, as I say, Poilievre is a better man than I am. He's managing to keep it together. But the point is, Freeland isn't just laughing across the floor at Poilievre. She's laughing in the face of you and I. That's our money. Our money. We voted them in, or they got voted in. I don't know. I sure as the hell didn't vote for them, but we hired them to manage our money, and they won't tell us what they're doing with it. They haven't tabled a budget in 18 months. They refuse to table one with any projections in the future. They're borrowing and printing money, won't tell us how much. And again, Paula Vera in Freeland, it's the epitome of what's happening. She just literally laughs in the man's face, and in yours and mine. What do? I don't know. I chirp, I make these videos, my rants and rambles. I don't have a gun. What am I going to do? There's citizen coalition groups. There's probably 1 million people signed up to subscribe to different citizens coalition groups. They post, they repost, they make statements. People like myself make videos. The alternative news media exposes what the Trudeau government's media won't. What would happen if there were 1 million of us signed on to the Citizens Coalition groups? When are our voices heard? They're not going to be heard if they're not. If you're just going to sit back and watch cute kittens, nothing's going to happen. And the Trudeau government, because it's not the Liberal government party of Canada anymore, it's the Trudeau government. It's acting like a dictatorship. He wants the eternal crown. It'll come to civil war if we don't do something first. And the first thing is wake up. The second thing is make your voice heard. Please, people, I implore you. This country is in far, far worse shape than anyone wants to know.